What's up, MP?
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. Take a look at the Hawks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now, Brooklyn, they fought their way into that spot, and you have to give them credit for how they played. But now we'll have to see if they can stay there.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Reza Shea at the small forward. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. And it's McCollum in at the point. And for the Nets, they've got Michael Porter. Rush out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Sharp and it's Wolf at the 4-man position. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
McCollum, no good. McCollum against MP. Outside, Porter. Porter gets a screen from Rush. The rebound by Johnson. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Rockets in Houston. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Pass to Wolf. Now here's Porter. Here's Wolf. Now MP. He's guarded by McCollum. Offensive rebound. Here's Mann. Drains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Hawks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Back to McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got 5.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
MP kicks to Porter. Takes the 3. That shot off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
McCollum, no good.
Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
Back to Mann. Mann gets a screen from Rush. Mann can't hit. Certainly one of the most intriguing parts of a new season, Tim, seeing which rookies have hit the ground running, have picked up and not missed a beat.
It's such a difficult adjustment, Kevin, when you get into this league and you see how fast things are happening, how big everybody on the court is. The window's very tight to make decisions. Very difficult to predict who is going to make that transition the fastest.
What was the one thing for you, size or speed or a combination of each?
For me, it was how quickly the shooting lanes closed up. You had much less time to make a decision of when to shoot, when to pass. That, to me, was the biggest transition.
Here's Okongwu. After the basket by Brooklyn, and a wide open look for McCollum. The Hawks again can't hit.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
MP finds Porter. It's Rush outside. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. So for the Nets, Demon, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. Changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Mann comes in for Demon. And MP subbed in for Traore. Then for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson's checked in for Kuminga.
Oh! That's as good as it gets. Woo!
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Hawks trail by 9. To the middle, here's Landale. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Bring it up for MP, a 3.
It's critical you find a way to run MP off the line out there. He has that as a big part of his game.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
And the Nets making a change here. Sharp's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dyson Daniels. And here's McCollum for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Sharp's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Good instincts from MP. That kind of passing wins the respect of your teammates.
The Hawks trail by 10. And here's McCollum. His last outing, he had 24 points. And it's Ricochet missing. Pass to Sharp. Rebound by the Hawks. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
And the basket by McCollum.
And throughout his career, McCollum has always been a high-volume three-point shooter. And there you see why. The consistency.
Rush the pass to Mann. It's Porter outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
McCollum, no good.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Ricochet finds McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. Brooklyn leading by 10. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by McCollum. Rush outside. Hits it from three-point range. MP's got 11 points. Porter with the steal. And so it's Brooklyn. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA. I imagine it's very difficult as a player to be sidelined with an injury.
Yeah, it's tough watching your teammates playing without you, but recovery is important. Got to take care of yourself. You got to sit if you're hurt.
You trying to tell me, Shaq, you've never played hurt?
Oh, I'm built different. Nothing stops Shaq's diesel.
Yeah, I knew you said something like that. I knew it.
And switching gears now to that first half, big hill to climb for the Hawks.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy looks, Shaq.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Reza Shea at the small forward. And it's McCollum in at the point guard position.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
The Hawks trail by 15. McCollum outside with the drive. And it goes down 2 points. He's got 15.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Here's MP. He's got 13. On the wing, Porter. Rush the pass to Wolf. 5 on the clock. Elbow shot. MP, no good. Hawks shooting 43% from the field. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
So, guys, Trae Young's contract in Atlanta was coming to an end, and both sides could not reach an agreement on a long-term contract extension. So trade talks ensued, and Trae Young finds himself in a new destination that now makes him the lead franchise guard in a new home.
It is a new day. Thank you for the update, Shams. Right. Put it down hard!
Watch out below. Woo!
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allie.
Thank you so much. The future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what
the previous play is under review.
Angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Wolf shot's good.
That make brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Johnson outside. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
The snatch back pull-up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill. And then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Here's Rizachet. Good on the 13-footer. Rizachet's got his first points in this one.
Rizachet has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Hands it from downtown. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Johnson should get credit right there for staying ready and making himself available off the ball.
McCollum against MP. Man gets a screen from Rush. And with the bounce pass. And it's MP with the 3. Rush has got 18 points.
Coming right back. MP with a huge 3.
Rizachet with it. Porter's there. The 3 from McCollum.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Cloak loose. Pass to Wolf. MP against McCollum. MP passes to Man. Fires for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
From downtown, and there's Porter on the assist by MP. He has 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Demon, he's checked in for Porter. Then for the Hawks, Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Pass to Rizachet. Here's McCollum. They need this. Nailed from three-point land. Rizachet has got his second basket of the night.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Rizachet thrives in that role.
Here's MP.
Oh, nice!
Look at that. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And so it's MP making things happen for the Nets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
Will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Jalen Johnson comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Rizachet, he's checked in for Daniel. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Corey Kispert. Johnson sets the screen for McCollum. There's the triple and the rejection by MP.
And they've controlled.
Unreal.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 16-point game. And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Now, Shea tosses it up. And he misses the J. Brooklyn leading by 16. Now, Sharp. MP outside. Man with it. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Okongwu pulls it down. The Hawks trail by 16. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Man. Can't get it to go. And so MV will bring it up for the Nets. Sharp puts it right back up and in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love 2 big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. No problem with the wide open J.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
MP. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
Let's lose a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Rush has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these 2 teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
Daniels against Williams. Pass to Kuminga. And it's Kispert in the corner. Here's Newell for 3. The rebound by Demon. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Williams kicks to MP. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Now let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
A great scoring effort from you tonight, MP, as you top 30 points in a win. Watching you play, it looked like this wasn't just any old win for you.
These are the nights you live for, Dominic. Your shots are dropping, your teammates are right there with you, fighting every step of the way. This is what you think every night's gonna be like when you're a kid dreaming about making it to the league. So I make sure to appreciate every game when my reality matches my dream.
Great, MP. Thank you.
I appreciate you believing in me, Dominic.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dom, thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you later on.
next, the 76ers taking on the Nets. For the 76ers, a tremendous beginning to their season. They've been gaining momentum with each and every game. Nets, Sixers, tip-off coming up right after this. And how much do coaches adjust their plans when facing back-to-back games?
I think, B.A., that really depends on your team and obviously the opponent you're playing against. Rotations can be modified if need be. You're looking at certain matchup situations. What's the type of team you're playing on the back end?
A look at the 76ers starting group. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. George and Embiid are up front. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward.
And capable of sticking it from the mid-range. I like seeing Maxey go to work from this area.
From deep, MP hits the trifecta.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. Coach knows that Joel Embiid is going to get his fair share of trips to the line, and he told me that's a part of his game, and he's great at it. If he can bait us into contact and still find a way to get a shot up, it's going to take a very disciplined approach from us tonight on Joel. We'll see if they're up for the task. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young doors.
Well, they are, B.A., and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly.
Just 3 to shoot. Fires for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
For 3, Maxey. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Now, how about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
MP, the pass to Porter. Takes the 3. Drops in the 3.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Back to Maxey. The 3 from Edgecombe. It's hauled in by Wolf.
So often the outcome of a game is dictated in the first quarter of a game. This is a tough start.
And here's Maxey outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Maxey's got 5 points.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Maxey against MP. From the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
Oh, it's just waiting threes for them early.
Here's Maxey. He played a great game against Boston. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Drummond's checked in for the Sixers. Maxey against MP. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Here's MP. Lays it up and banks it in. 11 points in the game.
Now, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
76ers trail by 9. Pass to Edgecombe. And here's Oubre from the arc. It's hauled in by Wolf. The Nets have got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Oubre with a steal. Here's Maxey. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Andre Drummond understands if I can get to the offensive window, I can put points on the board.
Outside Sharp. Pass to Wolf. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. MP inside. Maxey covering. 4 on the clock. Here's Dimon. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Oubre from outside the arc. The rebound by MP. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 10-point lead. Tipped. Now Oubre. George outside. Beyond the arc. Porter pulls it in. On the wing, MP. Outside Sharp. Puts up a 3. On target from range.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 13. Sixers making a switch here. Maxey's checked in. '76ers trail by 11. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They've got Joel Embiid. Maxey out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Edwards. And it's Barlow in at the power forward position. Claxton finds MP. Oh, MP with the hammer.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
And Philadelphia has possession. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Sixers are one of the more high-variance teams in the league. With their star veterans in PG and Embiid fully healthy, they have a chance to win the East. Without, they'll need to lean heavily on their promising young players.
They are plenty talented. Thank you, Shams. The 76ers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Again, Maxey missing.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. MP outside. On the wing, Porter. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. And here's Maxey outside. Another three for Philadelphia.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. Two here in the second.
MP, the pass to Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Edwards. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the triple. Edwards got 5.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Williams on the wing. Three-pointer. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. There's 1:12 left in the first half. And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game. For Brooklyn, Sharp comes in for Claxton. Dimon comes in for Williams. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond is checked in for Embiid. Paul George comes in for Barlow. Oubre, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Edgecombe in for Grimes. The 3-ball. And Tyrese Maxey good for 3. He's got 17.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Dimon. Here's Wolf. George defending. Back to MP. Screen by MP. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. The three-pointer off the mark.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Oubre finds George. Jacks up a 3. Sharp grabs the miss. 6-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
Oh, a silky 3 from MP. Just 4 seconds left to play in the half. Here's Oubre. And so it's Brooklyn. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
Rebounding, clearly an emphasis of theirs coming in. Everyone's bringing the energy and putting in that work.
Got to appreciate the blue-collar approach.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Hey, you look at MP in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, in the first half, he taught a class on how to make your teammates look good.
Doing such a great job of orchestrating this offense. I love the way he has been in complete command of the offense.
Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
We've got Demon. He's out there with MP. Michael Porter out there with Sharp. And it's Wolf in at the power forward spot. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Rush the pass to Porter. Launches it. Rebound by Philadelphia. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Down low. Here's George. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Yeah, I love the way Paul George fights for position on the interior.
Getting it done inside. MP.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
And the Nets looking to improve, in particular, offensively, Doris.
I mean, there's no doubt there is not a category within which they didn't struggle on the offensive end. Missed shots, turnovers, you name it. On the other side, they do force quite a few turnovers themselves. Their games can have a very chaotic feel.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
Guys, I don't see how you can't be excited about the future for MP. This guy's got a great head on his shoulders. His first focus is winning, and you don't see that often from a young man this age.
Here's Embiid. Brooklyn pulls it in. Wolves got rebound number 7 tonight.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical. Yes, speeding in there and getting some air time. MP with a solid jam off the drive.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. For 3, Maxey got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this.
Whoa! Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And let's take a look now at how the shots have been divided up between 3s and 2s for the Nets.
And they've been very balanced offensively, looking like a well-oiled machine that is producing exactly the kinds of looks they want.
Oh, look out! Joel Embiid with a power jam.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Here's MP. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Maxey. George passes to Maxey. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
To the middle. Out to the right wing. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. From deep, MP drills it from deep. MP's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
76ers trail by 10. Pass to Maxey. Outside Oubre. Buries it from 3. Oubre's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Boy, this is an area of his game that he has stepped up from his entry point into the league. Kelly Oubre is got to be taken seriously from downtown right now.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Grimes, he's checked in for Oubre. MP, the pass to Williams. Here's Wolf. MP with it. Guarded now by George. Just 4 to shoot. Williams from long range. Rebound by Philadelphia. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid, too easy.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
46 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Sharp. Here's Dimon. MP outside. And the three-pointer goes. MP's got 14 points now in the second half.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
And it's Maxey missing. Brooklyn leading by 8. Here's MP. MP converts on the break.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
And here's Maxey outside. It's hauled in by Wolf. Wolf's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. MP right side. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn. Getting it done from range. He's hit 6 triples so far. We'll be right back after this word. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates.
Sixers will have a different look here. Paul George, he's checked in for Barlow. Oubre comes in for Edwards. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Terry. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Grimes. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Pass to Embiid. And here is Maxey, covered by MP. Maxey passes to Embiid. Oh, it's stolen away. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Taking a look at the 76ers. George and Embiid are up front. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at small forward. 76ers trail by 15. From deep. Oh, no good.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
Here's Wolf. MP outside. Takes the shot. That's off.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Brooklyn leading by 15. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Oh, the shot is off. Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Maxey. Oh, he leaves no question.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Brooklyn has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Now it's Maxey. And there's a pick. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Porter. Nets leading by 15. Here's Dimon. Outside MP. MP, a screen on Oubre. Porter. Oh, he missed the jumper.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nets.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
George fires. He's off from 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Maxey against MP. MP, a screen on Oubre. And there's Porter on the assist by MP. And the Nets lead by 19.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Here's MP. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Porter. MP. Beyond the arc. So we see the Nets taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Now over to Dominic Hamill.
A memorable evening as MP passes 40 points in leading his team to victory. Before you were a star, MP, you were a fan. Is this kind of effort as special for you to experience as it was to watch when you were growing up?
Yeah, Dom. It's fun to have success, but you have to keep perspective. I'm not planning on tonight being my career best or anything, you know? Got a lot of big nights ahead of me, personally, and I think the team's got a lot of big nights ahead of us.
Well, we wish you luck, MP.
Oh, thank you.
VA, over to you.
All right, Dominic, appreciate you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke.